Hi BookTube, I'm here with the currently reading tag, and if I can find the original creator, I will link them in the description box down below. I have my little paper with the questions here, so that's what I'm reading off of. Question number 1. How many books do you usually read at once? I used to only read one book at a time, but now I've started reading about 2 or 3 different books, generally in different formats: audiobook, physical book. That might be a bit easier, and one that's a bit harder, or an ebook on top of that, and something on my phone, so maybe even like 4 books. Now it's really easy to do. I never thought I would be able to do it, but I do. Number 2, if you're reading more than one book at a time, how do you decide to switch to reading the other book? I read different formats, as I said, so it's easy to switch, say, from a physical book to an audio book. Obviously, I read audiobooks while I drive. I read physical books while I'm everywhere else. And it's just more a matter of location of where I am, where the book is, which book is closest to me, which book I feel like reading. It's kind of like a mood thing. So that's how I decide. 3. Do you ever switch bookmarks while you're partway through a book? I don't use bookmarks. I use random pieces of paper, pieces of newspaper, receipts, ripped pieces of paper, just anything to hold the place. So if I lose it, which often happens, yeah, I will change bookmarks, I guess. 4. Where do you keep the books you're currently reading? The physical books usually end up on my bed, on my pillow beside mine. I have like a queen size bed, and so the books get their own pillow. They're special. They're my significant other. 5. What time of day do you spend the most time reading? That's at night. Generally, I wake up at 6 almost every day to work, and it's ridiculous, so I don't want to wake up any earlier to read because I like sleeping. So it tends to be after work, or at night while I'm trying to settle down. Yeah. How long do you typically read for in one go? That depends. Usually if I'm reading at night, it's just until I fall asleep. So if it's like 1 page, then it's 1 page. I tend not to go beyond 100 pages in one sitting unless it's like a really gripping book and I really have to finish it. But generally between 1 and 100 pages. Yeah. 7. Do you read hardcovers with the dust jacket on or off? I used to read them with them off, but now I read them with them on, because I like using the little flaps as bookmarks. It's a bookmark you won't lose, right? So that's kind of cool. 8. Which position do you mainly use to read? Lying in bed, or I have, it's not like a traditional rocking chair, so if you lay all the way back it will stay like that, or I do rock in it. So usually in my rocking chair or lying down in bed. 9. Do you take the book you're currently reading with you everywhere you go? Generally physical copies, no. I don't know, I just never done it, but I do always have something on my phone, so that's always with me. So yeah, I guess kind of. 10. How often do you update your progress in the book you're currently reading on Goodreads? I've been really lacking in the Goodreads department lately. I generally update it when I think I've made enough progress. So like I'll sometimes go days without reading a certain book. I'll read something else, and so I won't update on that book because what's the point? Oh, I read 10 more pages? Like, that's kind of silly, I guess. That's my opinion. And lastly, who would you like to tag? I'd like to tag you watching. Thank you for watching.